like the Rats and Clank things. I wish they'd have me back because it was really fun to do. Character looked nothing like in the end what I thought it would look like, but I got the character, the breakdown from my agent in Los Angeles again. I have one in San Francisco through JE Talent, but I have AVO in Los Angeles, and they didn't have drawings, and it's really helpful when you're an actor, a cartoon actor, or that sort of thing, to see a drawing, because, you know, if you see somebody with a big jaw, you might go, oh, you might have a big voice, you know, or they just say, well, he's kind of a snob. You go, well, isn't that style, you know, so you do come up with completely different ideas, but when you see a drawing, it's like, oh, you can hone in on it. So I was surprised with the way that looked, but I thought, you know, the character breakdown was that he was a sweet, loving, old man who takes the world, you know. And I had a friend who passed away, Sidney Walker, a wonderful, wonderful actor. I always loved him because he was so generous and caring and loving. And Sidney talked like this, you know. He was an actor on stage with Laurence Olivier and was a wonderful man. You know, so I thought, oh, I'm going to, you know, do my tribute to Sid, doing it, you know, that voice in that game. So I was really surprised, happily surprised when I got it, and loved doing that voice, because Sidney was to me like this loving voice inside of everybody, just personified, you know.
When you went to a recording session with Mario, how much material do you have, like drawings or script and whatnot? And with a game with such little dialogue, how much of it is actually scripted and how much is actually ad-lib?
Okay, so the question is when I go into a session, how much is scripted, how much is ad-lib, are there scripts, and what kind of things do material do I see? And it very much ranges on the game. I've recorded games from like 3 years before the game came out to 3 weeks before the game came out, you know, depending on the developer, the producer, the director, the place, and, you know, sometimes they'll go, okay, wait, we need to do this sort of direction at the last minute, even though everything seems, or, you know, we need to do, okay, now it's time, you know, put the icing on. So it ranges from game to game. Sometimes I see a video and I do voice to the video. Sometimes I always have a script, and we always do scripting, and I always sit there writing down ideas so that we keep it organized. And then as we go through it, you know, we throw away the chafe and keep the good stuff. And then we do improvisation afterwards. And then, too, the guys that I work with are so great. They, you know, I throw out an idea, they throw an idea back, and, you know, back and forth. And so sometimes the scripts are like 4 or 5 pages long. Sometimes they're 30 pages long. It just depends so much. And sometimes there's only pictures. Sometimes I see these cool drawings, like a pencil drawing. So the thing is like, oh, wow, I want one of those on my living room wall, you know. They're so cool. I mean, think of all those. I mean, I don't know if they make cells or how you make it, but you know, but it's miraculous stuff. Yeah.
What was the first ever line you ever did?
Sorry, I'm on Twitter, but we'll take that one first, I guess.
What was the first? What was the first?
What was the first line you ever did for Mario that you recorded?